D.C. You know, after almost 30 years of living in Washington, Mayor Taylor, every now and then when I get an invitation to leave the Beltway, I jump at any chance, especially when I am told that I can come to my native and beloved South. You may think that as a Louisianian that I call my home city, New Orleans, the best place in the world, but I have to tell you, growing up in New Orleans, my mother and my dad made it possible for us to come every summer of my childhood until I was 15 to Texas. So I think by birth I'm a Louisianian, but by play, and I mean summer play, I'm a Texan. And I hope and you know, we share a lot in common. Of course, I-10. We all love the river, we love great food. I love just the atmosphere here. I walked along the river this morning. But I love this city, and I want to tell you, I've been to Texas 9 times this year. I've been to Louisiana 8. So I have to make it up to my family. But I told my sister, I said, look, I visited during crawfish season. I was there during shrimp season. I was there during, you know, crab season just recently, and God knows I'll be home for oyster season. And all we don't eat in Louisiana, we tend to drink it out by the Mardi Gras. But 9 times, twice to Dallas, 3 times to Houston, once to Galveston. Now my Galveston story is my favorite story. I was there at the end of January, and I was trying to escape the so-called polar vortex, which, by the way, I mean, nowadays they call storms derechos. I say, hell, that's a storm. There's a difference between storms and hurricanes, right? But you know, it says derecho. I say, whatever, it's that, right? But I'm in Galveston thinking in January I could take a couple days off. No offense, I did not bring any bikini, any, you know, outfits to get a tan. As you can tell, I've been to Florida several times. I'm out tan. But I'm relaxing, and Mayor Taylor, I was there for like my 48th hour, and all of a sudden here come an ice storm. I mean, you guys in Texas can handle a lot of things. I guarantee you, no one will doubt my words when I say you cannot handle an ice storm. And you know, I'm never upset because I believe in God. And whatever happens, and God is in divine order in my judgment. And, you know, I'm the only one at the airport sitting there at 6 o'clock in the morning just smile. I got to the airport, and I said, thank you, Lord, I made it to the airport safe. And then, of course, I pull out my novena to St. Christopher because I got to travel. I'm Catholic, y'all, you know. You may have given them your tuition, but I gave them my love. I went to St. Mattress this morning. Anybody go to St. Mattress? Oh, yeah, it's Bedside Baptist. That's right, you get up and you pray. But I got up and I'm at the airport and I'm just praying and praying. Everybody's like, it's my protection. I'm like, you know what, whatever you want to do, Jesus, maybe this is a moment to just to rest my plane, sit down, chill out, whatever. And sure enough, all of a sudden, over there in the car, ladies and gentlemen, we have found a way to de-ice the plane. And I'm like, because the doors were shut. They were like ice shut. And I'm like, you know, those of us who understand what ice shut means is like, leave it alone. God will throw it out. And sure enough, they de-iced the plane, but they had to come to San Antonio to get the de-icing equipment. I just want to let y'all know, y'all might not know this, but y'all have de-icing equipment. Thank you for that. Got to Houston, and Houston was shut down. You know, and I travel with tennis shoes and some flat shoes, and I'm like, I know I need to lose weight, but I got to go from gate E to gate C. How do I get there? Well, the train's not running because the electricity is off because there was an ice storm. I'm like, I know, I just left Galveston. It was an ice storm. And I got to Houston, so, you know, being a Louisiana girl, I said, you know what, it's okay because the food here is just as well as it is in Louisiana. Where's your bar? Finally made actually landed in Baltimore, but that's another story. I am celebrating being here. In fact, I left Baltimore last night to come here. So it is a great honor to be here to help you celebrate. Now, there's one person in this who should be here. Sister Angela, she knows. Dennis Kennedy. Some of you know Dennis Kennedy. Dennis has called me for the last, 10 years of my life and said, Donna, I know you're not doing anything. You like to leave D.C., so join me. I've been to several diversity council gatherings all over America. In fact, if we keep it up, Dennis is going to get me to all 50 states, and I'll finally be Miss USA without the bikini. But I understand Dennis' mother is here. Mrs. Kennedy, God bless you, and thank you for being here. And you tell your son, I'll see Dennis before the end of the month in Columbus on the eve of Halloween and tell him I'm going to bring some ghosts and goblins, okay? Now, you know Louisiana people, we have more tricks than treats. Can't explain that because there's a sheriff in the room. So let me just, I gotta start by saying you all do great work. I'm always inspired listening to the stories of the individual champions, the organizations. Here in Toyota, I don't have a ton for, but you never know, love. You know, hey, I've been known to drive anything. And I look good behind a wheel. It don't matter if it's 18 inches or whatever. I look good behind a wheel. Okay? Just want to let you know, next time I come, I'll go touring. Give me the keys. Mr. President, I'll drive you. Oh yeah, we're going to do all-wheel drive. I got you. Thank you so much. All of the great corporations. Wells Fargo, got your money too, huh? We're not going to have a pity party after this is over with. You get that cup clean, because we might have to go over there and borrow some more money and get some more houses built. Thank you all, and thank the San Antonio Chamber of Commerce and all the others who made such a great and wonderful contribution to this organization and its future. I want to say something first of a personal nature. And as you know, I have roots and ties all over America, but I now feel that this is my second home. I don't know, I don't have any property, so maybe don't give me any tax bills. But in the tumultuous days and hours that bled into almost a week, I needed angels. I needed every saint that my parents taught me to pray to. I needed friends. I needed help. Because I didn't know if members of my family 9 years ago had made it. I didn't know if some had perished. A few did. I didn't know if everybody got out safe and they were alive. I reached out to God only in a way that a Christian woman could. I begged. I cried those kind of tears that, honestly, they just wouldn't stop in the Kleenex. Well, they didn't hold them. I needed help, and I prayed. But like most families on the Gulf Coast, Hurricane Katrina swept away everything in her path. She was a mad woman. I heard from my sister Cheryl, she was alive. She made it to Lafayette. Joined up with her son. She went to Shreveport, got back to Lafayette. Heard from my brother Chad, he was alive. He made it to Houston with his family. Heard from my brother Kevin, he went to Lake Charles, Louisiana, and then had to turn around and went to South Carolina. He was alive. But no word from my sister Lisa. No word from my sister Ziola. No word from my sister Sheila or my dad Lionel. All I heard was that a lot of people in Mid-City, were still sitting on their porch, still in their homes, and many more had drowned. I called out to everyone I possibly knew and said, go, just go. Go find my dad, go find my sister, go find out if they were alive. Well, it took days. No word. No word. The only thing I kept hearing was 12 to 15 feet of water. Now, the Brazilians are famous for everything. We can cook up anything. We can drink you till there's no water left in the barrel. But the one thing Brazils don't do very well is that we don't swim in 12 feet of water when there's snakes and turtles and crocodiles. We eat critters, we don't play with them. We'll bake them, barbecue, steak them, fry them, bag them, freeze them. We all have deep freezers. But we don't swim.